all of you. Guys, my voice is audible perfectly?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start our session. All right. So guys, first of all, let me know one thing. Yesterday's session is clear, like a theory
Yes.
part. What is virtualization?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir, clear.
Okay. And anyone here who have doubts on a previous session regarding what is virtualization, what is their benefits and all?
No, sir.
Okay. And anyone in this class who was absent on yesterday? So please let me know. Okay, now all of you are present, right? So now we can start our session. So guys, see, okay, I'm giving you a quick review on yesterday class so that today we can start our
Okay.
practical sessions, right? So what we did on yesterday, okay, in yesterday's session, basically we did what is virtualization. What is virtualization? Okay, because our whole week topic, okay, today is a Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Till Saturday, our topic will be virtualization. Correct. Okay. So what is virtualization? Number one, and what is the use? Okay, and then the benefits. What are the benefits using virtualization? Correct. This thing we have discussed on yesterday. Okay, and I asked you a few questions regarding network, correct, like IP address and all. And today,
Yes, sir.
okay, and today we are starting our practical part. So see, guys, we are going to follow our virtualization architecture. So if you remember, according to virtualization architecture, correct. Just a minute. According to, okay, virtualization architecture, correct. What is going on? If you have a hardware, so just you can assume, as yesterday you assumed the same thing here. If this is your hardware, correct. So in a hardware, then your operating system is present, right? That I'm using right now, in which I installed my Zoom application, correct, in which I'm giving a class to you. Okay, and then in operating system, if you will use something for a virtualization, correct. So you can create a virtual machine. You can create a virtual machine. For example, one virtual machine 2, and this is a virtual machine 3. And in a virtual machine, we can, means virtual OS, you can say, we can install operating system. This is a OS 1 and this one is a OS 2. Like same here, this is a OS 1 and this is a OS 2. So sorry, okay, application 1, application 2, okay. Application 1 and then it's a application 2. Correct. These things, okay, yesterday we have discussed. So this is a hardware. Hardware. Okay, in a hardware, you have operating system, which is your original OS, physical OS, okay, as we are calling. Okay, this is your operating system, your system inbuilt OS, right? And in operating system, if we will use something for a virtualization, if we will use something for a, okay, virtualization technology, then we have a virtualization technology, right? So with the help of virtualization technology, what we can do, we can create a virtual machine. The virtual machine, VM. VM stands for virtual machine. VM1 means virtual machine 1. So virtual machine means in a virtual machine we can install operating system, OS1. Like same, we can create VM2. Okay, we can install OS2. Okay, any operating system, whatever you want. And this is a VM3, and we can install operating system OS3. And every OS will get a separate application. Every VM will get a separate application. In a VM1 means in a OS1, this is application 1. Okay. In a OS2, okay, in OS1, this is a application 2. Correct. Just like, okay, like same thing will happen in a VM2 and VM3 as well as, right? So we discussed this one virtualization architecture, that how it works.
Sir, your voice is not properly audible.
No, yaar, it should be audible. Guys, it's not audible.
Hello.
It's audible.
Audible, sir.
Okay, so I think Gajanan, it's a issue from your side.
Sir, not audible.
No, it's issue from your side. Okay, not from my side.
So you just ping him.
What?
I'm saying you just ping him, might be, then he will be able to reconnect.
Maybe you can try to reconnect. That may be also a solution. Okay, so guys, see, we discussed this architecture in yesterday. Correct. So, okay, and today we are going to perform virtualization. Okay, because theory part is nothing, it's a very easy. The most important thing is how to do. Correct. How to do and what to do. So, guys, I have a hardware. Hardware in the sense? Hardware in the sense
PC
what?
or laptop.
PC or laptop.
Laptop.
Correct. System. You can say system. It's a laptop, desktop, anything. Okay. An operating system is installed in a system. Correct. OS is installed in a system. Correct. If operating system installed in a system, so we can use something for virtualization. So here try to understand. Okay. Here try to understand. For virtualization. Okay. For virtualization. Okay. We have some software. Okay. For virtualization, we have some softwares. Correct. Okay. If means inside that one software, we will create a virtual machine and we will install operating system on that one software and we will use it. Correct. So for virtualization, we have some software. Correct. So what is the software name? So number one, very famous software that most of you are already aware, which is a VMware Workstation. Then number second, which is a Oracle VM VirtualBox. Oracle VM VirtualBox. And number third, it is Windows Hyper-V. Okay, Windows Hyper-V. These three is the software that you can use for a virtualization, which is a very basic and easy. Correct. And we will run all this software one by one. Okay. So guys, okay, now try to understand what are the differences between all this software. So VMware Workstation is software name. Okay. Which is developed by a VMware company. VMware is a very high rated company, no doubts. Is one of the most trusted MNC company. VMware. Okay, so VMware company has developed their virtualization software, which is known as a VMware Workstation. Like same Oracle company have a software. Okay, like same, we have also one of the most trusted IT organization in the world. You can say Oracle. Okay, Oracle company has also their own software for virtualization, which is Oracle VM VirtualBox. And Microsoft company have also a inbuilt software for virtualization, which is a Hyper-V. So these three are the famous software which are generally people are using for a virtualization. You can use any one, but I will give you all these three one by one. Correct. Windows Hyper-V is a pre-installed tool, pre-installed software. Okay. Hyper-V software, you don't need to download and install. You just need to you just need to activate it. Rest all software like a VMware and Oracle, you need to download, you need to install, and then you can do anything. Then you can do anything, right? So guys, okay, that's why we are going to start our training today with a VMware Workstation topic. Okay. First, we will learn about a VMware means in the place of virtualization technology. Which software we are going to use now? First of all, VMware.
Vmware Workstation.
Okay, I'm writing in a shortcut VMware. The full image of VMware Workstation. Correct. Means means I need to download. I need to download VMware Workstation in my PC, and I need to install this software. Correct. So first we are going to learn about VMware Workstation, right? So if you want to use VMware Workstation, what you need to do actually? So process number one. Okay. Number one process, you need to download. You need to download and install VMware Workstation software. Okay, S/W means software. Okay, S/W means software. H/W means hardware. Download and install VMware Workstation software in PC. Correct. Like this is a number one task, the number one practical for today. That how would you download and how would you install VMware software in a PC? कैसे आप डाउनलोड करोगे और किस तरह से आप इसे इंस्टॉल करोगे? That's your first task. Correct. So let's see. For download and install VMware software in a PC. Okay, how to do? Okay, see the process. First of all, go to browser. I'm going on a Google Chrome. Okay. In a browser here, you can write it down. VMware Workstation download. Okay. So after writing, it will open like this. You are seeing? Click on first. Okay, guys, always download any software from official website so that no any virus and malware like anonymous files will enter in your PC. Correct. So first of all, okay, I'm going on a VMware Workstation, this one. Okay, and here you can go down. Guys, all of you see the process carefully. All of you go down and you are able to see an option. VM means Workstation 16 Pro for Windows. Guys, 16 is their version, 16th version. 16th version of VMware. 16 Pro means Workstation 16 Pro. Correct. So in a Workstation 16 Pro for Windows, okay, what you can do, you can click on download now. Because why for Windows? Because in my physical OS, I have a Windows now. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Okay, in a hardware I installed I will install a software, but for which OS? For Windows. So I will click on download now. Okay, now guys see. The file size is a 615 MB. VMware 16 Pro is the latest version of VMware. Okay, and I'm sending a link to you. Okay. Okay, I sent a link to you. Okay. You can open this link. Okay, and you can download. Okay, and the file size, all of you can see it carefully. The file size is at 615 MB. Correct. So within a 1 minute in my system, VMware will download. You see here. Okay, where I'm marking. Okay, with a red pen, red color. Right. So it's going to download now. The 600 MB of file will take us some time, right? 1 to 2 minutes.
I don't have laptop. What I do, sir?
You can write as steps.
Step.
The person who don't have a laptop and who are not able to perform a practical, it's totally your responsibility to write it down the steps. You need to be a more careful in a class. Okay, you need to be a more strict on a class. Just see everything carefully. Zoom it, zoom the screen, write it down what I will doing. So it's totally your responsibility. Okay, so it will download now. Okay, 600 MB. It downloaded, right? So guys, okay, after downloaded, okay, as you are able to see, correct? This one, right? Now downloaded. So after downloaded of VMware software, correct? You need to install it, right? Install means you need to activate for your PC. Correct. So you can click on open. Okay, click on yes. Now it will take a few minutes and VMware software will install. It means installation wizard will come. Correct. See, prepare to install, right? Automatically. Okay. And now you are able to see option. Welcome to the VMware Workstation Pro Setup Wizard. Guys, read it carefully everything. The setup wizard will install VMware Workstation Pro on your computer. Click next to continue or cancel to exit the setup. I will click on next because I want to continue. I don't want to cancel my setup. Next. Okay, after next, you are able to see end user license agreement. Okay, and this next option is not visible. Correct. So what you can do, you can click on I accept the terms in a license agreement. Okay. Then you can click on next. Then you can click on again next. Then again next. Then again next. Only next. Correct. Only next and click on install. Because guys, if you are installing any software, like you are installing a Zoom in your laptop, any software, now you need to click on next and install, right? Click on install. So now VMware Workstation Pro software is going to install. Correct. Will take us some minutes, a few seconds and minutes maximum. Correct. So all of you can wait and watch what is going on here. Okay. Now it's okay. Now you are able to see here. Completed the VMware Workstation Pro setup wizard. Click the finish button to exit the setup wizard. Press the license button. Guys, see. Actually, now VMware Workstation software is a paid software. not a free of cost. Correct. Free of cost you can use for 30 days. For 30 days now you can use a free of cost. Okay, you can click on finish. Okay, and for 30 days you can use. But after 30 days, what will happen? The software will stop their working, right? Correct. So it will ask a license key on that time. So on that time, maybe I will not be a contact with you. Okay, I will not give a class to you. So now what you can do, you can click on license. Now it is asking for license key. Correct. So from where I will get a license? Correct. Okay, because if you you can purchase a license. Correct, but it's a very costly. Correct, no need to purchase. Okay, we have a cracked license key. We have a cracked license key that will that is working. Okay, so what you can do in a Google again, you can write it down. Okay, you want a license key for which version of VMware? Workstation 16 Pro.
16 Pro.
Okay, so you can write it down here. VMware Workstation 16 Pro license key, right? Okay, and you can go to first website, which is a this one, github.com. You can click here. After clicking here, you are able to see this is a license key, this one. Okay. You can copy this license key. Okay, and I'm sending you a chat, okay, in a chat box. This license key. Okay. This is your license key, right? And this license key you can easily paste here. You can I copied from here, Control B. Okay. So I don't need to write a license key by seeing one by one. JAD app 3R0, not like that. I've written it one time. We'll click on enter. We'll click on finish. Now guys, VMware is successful, downloaded and installed. You want to check, you can check. VMware Workstation, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
You can double click. Okay, actually I'm already using a VMware from last 4 or 5 years for a different training, right? So this is a VMware 16 Pro. Okay, once you will install a first time, it will look like this. Okay, once you will open a VMware, okay, if you will install a VMware first time and you will open it, it will look like this.
सर साइड बाय साइड हमें करना है क्या?
What?
साइड बाय साइड हमें करना है क्या इंस्टॉल और वो ये सब?
Definitely. If you have a mobile data, correct, so don't do right now. Correct. If you have a mobile data, so don't do right now. If you have a broadband connection, broadband internet, right, router internet, so you can do parallel with me. Otherwise you can do after a class.
Sir,
Yeah,
will you please say again the process?
yeah, downloading and installation is not a very big process. Just like in your mobile
Okay.
phone, you are downloading and installing a software, na? Like same in a laptop you can.
Process is going on.
What?
Yeah, sir, I'm installing.
Okay. Correct. Okay, so after installation of VMware, it will look like this. Correct. Now guys, now we have a VMware, right? Correct. We have a three things. We have a hardware, we have a operating system, and we have a VMware. तीन चीजें हमारे पास है, right? Now what we need? Okay, now we need to create a virtual machine. Correct. But just try to understand here. I want to create operating system, right? Okay, I want to create a virtual machine, and inside that one virtual machine, I want to install an operating system. Correct? This is a thing, na? So guys, if I want to do these things, so first of all, we need operating system, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We need operating system, na?
Yes, sir.
Means guys, we need operating system file. What we need? We need operating system file. Okay. Okay, and guys, see, operating system having a, okay, according to users, having a two types. According to use, it may be a Windows operating system and it may be a Linux. Okay. Operating system may be two types. It may be a Windows OS and it may be a Linux OS.
Sir, Linux is Ubuntu, right?
Okay, not a Ubuntu, lot of we have a, correct. Okay, in a Windows OS, you have a Windows 10, Windows 7, correct. So guys, you okay, you here you need to plan. Here you need to plan which operating system you want to install, Windows or Linux. I am planning for Linux because Windows is already installed in my base machine, my physical machine, right? I am planning
sir.
for Linux. Okay, so guys, Linux operating system having a lot of flavors. You can say versions and lot of operating system which means which comes under a Linux. Okay, for example, Ubuntu. Okay, for example, Ubuntu. The Ubuntu operating system. Ubuntu operating system. Ubuntu Linux OS. For example, Red Hat. For example, Sant OS. This all is a Linux operating system. For example, Kali Linux. For example, Parrot OS. Parrot OS. For example, Black Arch. For example, Sun Solaris. This is the some famous Linux operating system which is used in a company. Correct. So I'm planning for Linux, okay, and I'm planning for Ubuntu Linux. I can plan for anyone. मैं किसी का ही planning कर सकता हूँ. Ubuntu, Red Hat, Kali, Parrot, whatever. But I'm planning for Ubuntu, which is easy to use as compared to all this. Correct. So I'm planning for Ubuntu. Okay. So if I'm planning for Ubuntu, so I need a Ubuntu operating system file, na? Correct.
Yes, sir.
So that I can give here. Okay, where I will give, don't worry. Okay, means I will tell you. Means I need operating system. Means Ubuntu operating system ISO file. Ubuntu operating system ISO file. ISO file. I see any operating see any software having a file, na, that generally we are calling it's a software file. Correct. We are calling it's a software file. Right. Like same. Okay, for operating system. Okay. Operating system file is known as a ISO file. Operating system file is known as a ISO file. Correct. An operating system file is known as a ISO file. So here what we need to do now. Now before creation of virtual machine, what you need to do now? You need to download. Sorry, you need to download Ubuntu operating system OS ISO image file. Now again you need to download. Okay, again you need to download Ubuntu operating system ISO image file. आपको फिर से अब Ubuntu OS की ISO फाइल डाउनलोड करनी होगी. Okay. So how to download
Sir,
Ubuntu operating system
I
ISO
have
file?
a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. So ये image file मतलब
Not in Hindi.
क्यों? Oh, so why is for that image file? ISO image file.
Because the operating system having an image file, not a file. The operating system file is known as the image file. Correct?
Okay, notify.
In operating
Okay, sir.
system, you can't say that it's operating system software.
Okay,
You can call its operating system ISO file.
ISO file. Okay, sir.
So guys, you need to download Ubuntu operating system ISO image file. Correct. So okay, how to download? See it carefully. You can go to browser again, and you can write it down. Ubuntu download. Okay. Ubuntu download. Okay, and you can go to first website, always first website. Okay. Click on accept all and visit site. Okay, and you can click on download. You are seeing Ubuntu 20.04 something. Correct. You can click on download. Okay, this one. Click on download. So now it will take a few minutes. Okay, and guys, see, file size is a 3.1 GB. Seeing all of you, operating system file is always comes with a RARS image, a RARS file. Always. Correct. If you will install Red Hat operating system having a 8 GB of file. Correct.
Sir, Ubuntu 20.04.4, no?
Yeah, which means first web means I'm sending you a link. Directly you can download from the link. Okay. I'm sending a link to you in a chat box. Okay, I sent a link. If you will click on a link, directly download will start. Okay, but in a class, download all the things if you have a broadband. Because in a mobile phone data, you will not get a 3.1 GB downloading at a time. Plus 600 MB on that time. Plus Zoom application will take a data. Correct? So you can do it later after completion of class. Now you can remember everything. You can save all the links and later on you can try. All right. Okay, so you can wait for a minute once the Ubuntu OS is going to install. Okay, 8 and 9 minutes maximum. Because I have a broadband, I'm getting a very good speed. 30-40 Mbps minimum. Sorry. Internet. I'm checking my internet speed by Okhla. Okay, I'm checking my internet speed only. Okay, how much MB I'm getting? Eighty 85 MB something.
Sir, I have 15 MB per second. 1.5.
Yes. So it means it will take a time according to your speed. Correct. I'm giving a class to you from a laptop. If I will give a class to you from desktop now, so okay, on desktop I am getting 250 Mbps per second speed. Because it's a direct, internet connection. Yes.
Sir, nowadays, this Docker concept also coming into picture. So can't we use those images because it used to have a small size?
Just it's a different thing. Yeah. Docker comes under a DevOps. Okay, under a containers. It's a different thing. Okay, this much of technology. Okay, some company are using for some projects. Docker comes, it's a very latest technology, not too much older. Right? Docker, Kubernetes, these things. I'm providing a class on Docker and Kubernetes. Docker admin, Kubernetes admin for a DevOps engineer. That's a different thing. Okay, so 1 GB downloaded, right? Within a 2 to 3 minutes, 1 GB downloaded. Correct. So you can wait for a 5 and 7 minute more. So all that things will download. Okay. So let's wait and watch. Yes.
Yes.
It will save in your laptop space, definitely. Okay, and it will take your 3 GB data as well as. Yeah, simple use of mind. Now you have a mobile phone. You are installing. Okay, you have installed a Zoom application. For downloading Zoom application. Okay, a 30-40 MB data. Okay, and you installed in your laptop, means mobile phone. So in a mobile phone space, it takes some data, some space. Like same thing is here. It's also a file, software file, ISO file is same thing.
Sir, from my side, it will take up to 25 minutes.
Yes, means
Approx.
okay, it's happening, yeah. Okay, if I provide you a plus from desktop, so okay, 1 GB will download in a maximum 30 seconds. 1 GB of file. So depends on network speed and connection. Okay, so you can wait for a 5 minute more. Okay, it's happening. I'll be in a mute until the fully downloading of a Ubuntu OS, because I'm showing you everything live. I have already Ubuntu. Already I have, but even I'm showing to you so that you can understand that no, it's taking a time. Depends upon internet connectivity. Okay.